Just want to say a quick thank you for everybody who's been following all these videos. I've been trying to pump videos out almost every day. I've been trying to keep them kind of different. I don't want to bore y'all with the same old videos. I don't want to bore y'all with or trick y'all with any kind of fake names or anything like that on these titles or clickbaits or anything like that. I'm trying to keep it real. Y'all know that, but I'm almost close to 4,000 subscribers. I appreciate every single one of y'all. One thing that y'all can do to help out is always hit like on any of these videos, because y'all pressing like and hitting that thumbs up is not only helping me, but it's helping each one of these projects that we discuss when people search for it. So thank y'all. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. And if y'all really want to help me out, I'm very close to having enough watch hours to my page to start getting compensated a little bit from YouTube, which helps out since I'm not doing overtime at work. And I'm trying to pump any money I get in from my links or anything like that. I'm trying to pump that back into this channel as far as buying antennas and SDRs and different things to test out, so I can bring that to y'all. So, if you want to hit one of those playlists on your laptop and walk away for a little while and let it run, I would highly appreciate it. Just saying, because YouTube counts those watch hours and watch minutes and everything like that. So if y'all can help me out, I'd really appreciate it. Thank y'all, and let's get to the video. Welcome back to another video. This is just a weekly kind of keeping y'all up to date on what's going on with the passive income projects, how the rewards are doing. And it kind of helps me somewhat keep sanity of all this stuff. I am pulling the little bit of hair I have out of my head, trying to keep up with Wingbits devices and helium devices and IPs. And I keep moving so many around that the IPs are changing every now and then. And I can't keep my spreadsheet up to date on where, what is, and stuff like that. And I'm making it way harder on myself than it needs to be. Hopefully when I can get bitharveststudio firmware on a lot more of these devices, I won't have to keep moving them around where I want a helium device or where I want a Wingbits device and that kind of stuff like that. So getting started, today's February 20th. So, I had some stuff last week that we went over, and going over where we at today. Helium IoT, a lot's happened in 2 weeks or 1 week. I've lost 2 of my miners on towers. That is my luck. The 2 best out of the 15 or so miners that I had, for some reason, 2 days apart, I lost both of them. I've tried to PoE. I got PoE on them. I've did PoE reboots, turned the power off about a couple of minutes, turned it back on, and for some reason they will not come back up. I will say that, one's a sense cap, one's a MNT gold dot or gold, whatever you want to call it. And they've been up on towers for almost 2 years now. Never had a problem. Those SD cards are the original cards that went in them. And I guess eventually it was going to happen. And that's the problem. While they were doing great because they were on the tower, there's no telling how long it will take to get them down. So that hurts. So you can see where in the previous weeks I was making 7,000 coins a day. I'm now down to 5,300 a day on IoT. And even though the price did go up a little bit since last week, I think I did the last video around a 12. We were somewhere around 0.0022120, somewhere around there. And now we did come up a little bit. And so, there's been a decent price increase that has kind of offset this a little bit. But, when you lose 2,000 tokens a day, it hurts and it's sickening. But again, when they're up on a tower that somebody's hosting for you, you really don't have too much of a choice. There's no easy way of going to get it. So I'm gonna have to stomach this one. My hope is that IoT keeps going up. My side business that some of y'all are familiar with my AMSOIL business, y'all seen some of my ads and stuff. I am in the process of talking to a vendor about getting some helium trackers. I'll put for those who are in our DPIN Facebook group, if y'all not in it, make sure y'all jump in it. We, discuss many different projects in there There is a link in the description below for that. But I reached out to a couple people, asked them about helium trackers, and I found a local company that's here in the U.S. in Texas that deals a lot with them, and I'm going to be working with them and getting some of those in. So my point I'm trying to get at is, you know, I still kind of believe in the IoT side of the helium network, while I'm not a big fan of what's going on with the mining, and I feel it's kind of been abandoned for the mobile side. The IoT network itself is still viable. And, you know, between Demo and some of these other projects, it should be, you know, hopefully that continues to go up. I still think mobile has a lot to go up, especially with that contract they just signed with Mexico with the, you know, cellular package or whatever you want to call it. H&T will be burned for data credits or whatever, which should bring up the price of mobile, bring up the price of H&T, and hopefully brings up the price of IoT more. So we'll see how that goes. All right, so our next project we're going to discuss is Demo. I'll still say one of the biggest pros, especially when you start comparing it to this modus, and we'll get more into that in a little bit, but Demo has been great because it's been a set it and forget it, and that's the best kind of passive income they got. I ain't got to worry about it, and it runs. But just like every other project, the more people get involved, the more the rewards go down. I knew the rewards would not stay at what some of the videos have been saying it was going to be, but it is what it is. I just hit level 2, so after 4 weeks, you'll get rewards at a level 1, and then I just got my first reward supposedly at level 2, and you know, last week I was at 249. This week I'm now at 300. And basically, I've made $147 so far from this. The coin did go up a little bit since our last video last week, and I made 19 Demo per device. So I have basically 59 tokens per device that has been made. So that equals about $9 per device that I made in 1 week. You know, a little more than $1 a day, $2 a day, if you want to call it that. So, you know, I don't know what your thoughts are on that, but hey, it's positive income. I'm hoping that the Demo coin, like the rest of the coins, will go up some more in this bull market. And with me jumping up a level, you know, to level 2 and staying there a couple of weeks, the reward is supposed to get a little better, but I'm sure that'll be offset by people who are still getting Demo devices in. So we'll just let that plug along. It's in 3 vehicles. And again, I like it because my family don't have to touch theirs. It also works off the Helium network. A lot of Helium devices that are owned by me. Not that you're making that much off the data, but those majority of that, especially the Helium device I have at my house outside, whenever anybody parks their cars in my driveway, I'm sucking all that data up. So, you know, it's set and forget it. And so far, I like the Demo project. So WeatherXM, I did video this week on WeatherXM. I finally got my device in. I got it set up. It's been set up for several days now. First 2 or 3 days, I had a lot of connection issues. If you want to see about that, you can check my videos out discussing that. I had to put an external antenna on it, and I was not confident about it staying connected. That device is 30 feet maybe from where I have it installed at on top of my roof to where my M5 device display, whatever you want to call it, is, and a lot of dropouts. I put the external antenna on it. For a while, it had a lot of dropouts. The Wi-Fi for that device is literally about 5 feet away, kind of next to each other. But I will say for the last 2 days, I've had 100% connection, and I'm getting 3.7 WXM a day. Now, what does that mean in revenue? Nobody knows. For the umpteenth time, they just announced, I think it was yesterday or today, on the WeatherXM Discord, that they have delayed the Mainnet again. They're trying to say it's because they got some kind of partnership with some company or some type of investor or something like that. I didn't get too deep into it. I knew WeatherXM has been playing this game, and WeatherXM, prior out of all these projects, has been one of the longest running testnet programs, or, you know, projects that had been going on. I've been looking at WeatherXM for over a year now, and one of the things that turned me off originally was the fact that tokens were always coming later, and here we are more than a year later, and they're still coming later. Take that for what you worth. I'm into weather. I'm not going to hash all this out. I spoke about this in my video, and I did this more for the weather aspect of it, that it's just supporting a weather, because I'm into weather a lot, and it's supporting a weather project that's getting involved in crypto, or crypto getting involved in weather, whatever way you want to do it, and I'm doing it more for that. Yes, I would like to make some money in ROI on this project. I'm not stupid, and I've hashed that out on previous projects too, on how people feel about, oh, you need to support the project. No, I need to make money. I'm not involved in crypto to fund projects for free. You know, I'm not looking for Lambos either, but it's called crypto projects, not free volunteer work. So that's where I'm at right now, 3.7 per day. And like I said, I'm at 11 right now. I don't know what time this updates. It's 5 p.m. Central Time. It has not updated yet, but like I said, so far the last 2 days, I've been at 100%. So we'll see how that goes. Wingbits. Y'all know I'm very, very big into Wingbits. I've done a lot of videos on Wingbits. I'm pushing that project really a lot because I like, you know, I'm sorry I kind of keep hashing the stuff in the same stuff over and over in videos, but I like the fact that these guys will put their face out there and talk about this project. You see how passionate they are about this project, and I like that. They just had a huge announcement that I did a video on about them changing how they're compensating hexes and different things like that. There's no more purchasing of hexes. So basically, to get involved in Wingbits, you do not need to purchase anything anymore. If you have purchased a hex, you can get either a refund of your money back, or you can get 110% of your reward, of your return back as a token when the tokens are released. They're hoping in the Q1, Q2, if I remember correctly, of when their tokenomics and all that stuff and tokens will be ready. But so far we have nothing. I'm cool with that because I can see the work that they have going on right now, and I'm good with where they stand currently. So I'm still very big on Wingbits, and I'm pushing them, and y'all will continue to see videos about Wingbits along with bitharveststudio, because any device from this point on that I'm putting Wingbits on, I got 2 I'm working on for family members now in different locations, and I'm planning on putting BitHarvest on each one of those. Even if I don't have a helium miner attached to it, I'm planning on putting BitHarvest because it's way easier to maintain and to deal with. So that's Wingbits. Modus. I might as well change this to PITA. Yes, pain in the you know what. For how easy demo is, Modus skipped the class on that and played hooky from school. Now, I've did some very scathing videos on Modus and how I feel about them. I feel that passive income should be passive and not me having to touch and deal with every time I get in my car. The fact that I have to go into my phone and tether my phone to this device every single time and then worry about it staying connected, if it's connected, and if it's mining, or you know, when it does challenges and my phone connected and getting my score up to 99%, is pain in the rear end. I wish it would be a little more hands-free like the demo was. I will say that if y'all saw my video on Modus, some of the issues I had with my phone, and I tried 2 different phones, and I had this issue when I was tethered. I could not see YouTube on it or use some of my apps on it. Like the data was turned off to those apps and videos. It seems like that has cleared up. So I will say that right now, when I tether the Modus, I can look at YouTube, or my passenger in my car can look at YouTube, or my apps and different things like that, and I do not have a problem with that. That's not saying that we'll be back tomorrow. I can't tell you if that was an issue with the phone. Again, that's 2 different phones, 2 different models of phones. It's not even the same model phone. So I don't know what happened with that, but I still think Modus, to be more successful in the future, they are going to have to figure something else out. The fact that it has to be, I think my biggest hiccup is the fact that it has to be tethered to your phone and why it cannot be tethered to a Wi-Fi hotspot that's in your vehicle, whether it's a built-in one or a separate little, MiFi or something like that, I think is the stupidest thing in the world. And I think that needs to be resolved. You should be able to just automatically have that connected to a MiFi, that when it sees the MiFi turn on in your vehicle, when you hit your ignition, the modus automatically connects to that Wi-Fi SSID, and it is hands-free. And then your phone can also hook up to that SSID, and the app can work through that. I don't understand why that's so difficult, but I'm hoping that that gets solved. I got people saying, oh, they might be going to Bluetooth. Well, to me, Bluetooth connected to my phone, if it's not automatic, is the same pain in the rear end that I'm dealing with now, but we'll see. But modus, I'm up to 99% on my challenges, so I'm doing okay on that. I've got 363 T modus, which I have no idea what that's going to be equivalent to, because again, this is another one that's in testnet. And, I went from 182 right here last week to 363 this week, and we'll see where it goes from there. Grass is another project, still in beta, testnet, whatever you want to call it. I'm up to 509 tokens total, 509,000 tokens total. That's from Epoch 1 and 2. No idea what that means. We just sitting here collecting. I think I got like 2 computers on 4 different networks or something like that. I got about 8 or 9 referrals. Thank y'all for those who joined with my referral code. Helped myself out, helped y'all out. But we don't know what that's going to be equivalent to with everything going on. I don't know if that's going to be equivalent to anything, but we can still keep hashing it away. Again, I'm running grass again on old computers sitting in a corner that I'm not touching and not surfing the internet on. I'm not paying bills. I'm not doing anything on that yet. I don't know how much I trust it yet. I'm waiting to see what everybody else figures out first. But for right now, I'm only running grass on computers that I do not touch. And that's it. So we'll see how that project goes also. NATIX, I see, a lot of progress going on in their Discord. I'm hearing a lot of good things about them. What that means at this point, I don't know. One thing I've learned is that where people kept trying to compare NATIX with HiveMapper, it really is a different project. Yeah, they both use cameras, but one thing about HiveMapper is trying to map almost like a Google Maps, a Google Earth, where they're trying to capture images. NATIX is trying to get objects in the road, whether that's other vehicles. And when you detect those vehicles, you can watch those vehicles pass you in opposite direction. You get points for that and different things like that. I have 1.4 million tokens, driving back and forth to work every day. Took a trip to Mississippi, next state over. In 2 weeks, I'm going to Houston. So I'll be driving with that, another project that is still in testnet. I don't know what these tokens are going to end up being or anything like that, but for the February cycle, I am currently ranked 616. I don't know how great that is. I know they got 1,000 people on it, so I'm doing better than some, worse than others. I know this project is really being the top people in this are these over the road drivers, truck drivers, delivery drivers, Uber drivers that are on the road constantly getting this, them points and stuff like that. But this is where I am right now with NATIX. It's a project I'm watching. I'm still very comfortable with. I like it so far. I just, wish some of these projects would get out of testnet and start rolling, but here we go. All right, so moving on. I'm trying not to make this video too long. Silencio is another project. I think it's kind of cool. Another one that's in beta or testnet. Coins don't mean nothing, but right now I'm up to 7,100 coins. It does have some quests and different things like that you can make sure you keep track of, once you hit so many hexagons and different things like that. I really didn't even know about the quest, and one day I happened to stumble across it in my profile, and I sat there and just collected a bunch of quests and stuff like that. There's also rankings also on this. I'm currently in the Diamond League. There's different leagues that you rank up, and I'm currently about 2,300 in the Diamond League. I still do when I go eat different places. I make sure I hit my Silencio app and let it record while I'm eating. Especially if I'm getting gas, like at a different gas station that I normally go to, walking up and down my street, I'm hitting my Silencio app. I'm currently also getting a lot of extra points because I am on a 24-day streak right now. And there's a countdown that lets you know, hey, you need to do another one before this countdown ends. And I'm currently at a 60% bonus because of my 24-day streak. So when I sit there and do a 10 or 15 minute or 20-minute reading, my tokens I get a 60% bonus on top of that. Plus they got the little packages on the bottom, little presents or whatever boxes you want to call it. When you hit that, you might get like a 1.2 or 1.3. I even got a 2.0 bonus in addition to my 60% of my whatever tokens I was getting at that time. So this seems like it'd be, another cool project that I'm still hot on right now. I'm still trying to keep up with. And I think, it's going to be another one. So I'm going to keep plugging along with that one also. FryMiner, I've just been very, very busy with everything else that we've discussed. I have a computer here that I just completely wiped, the old computer, put Windows 10 on it, like a video that I saw previous, where there's a free version of Windows 10. And my plan is to get FryMiner running. I have a satellite receiver, USB receiver ready for it. I have to get the license. And I'll just be dead honest with you. I have been spending so much money on different things right now. I'm just kind of waiting for next payday for this. I also want to put a Fry license on my Weather XM. I know a lot of people have told me about that. And that's going to be $100 something or whatever for that license, $100 something for my FryMiner. And with a lot of these projects right now, and I am outputting some money on that I'm not receiving really any revenue back, I just don't want to go too crazy yet. So I'm definitely going to get a FryMiner when I get paid my next paycheck. Fry license. I just don't know if I'm going to do the Weather XM one yet, with that one running, or the FryMiner itself with satellite running. I haven't really decided yet, but I am going to do it at the very least one to get it rolling. And if I have some extra funds, I don't know. I'm thinking about going meet, if y'all know Fluffy from Bitcoin Strategy, I'm probably going to meet him in Houston next weekend. There's a big ham convention, stuff like that. And I might need my extra funds for that. So I don't know yet, but I'm going to try to do at least one Fry license so I can get that rolling, so y'all can kind of see what, revenue I'm making on that. Lastly, I have Hive Mapper. Again, I ordered the Hive Mapper back in January. Those are not arriving till July. I'll be honest with y'all, I have not been keeping track with Hive Mapper to see what people are making, because honestly, like I've warned everybody, what they're making today definitely will not be what they're making come July. I think it's a cool project. I'm just going to set it up in my car and roll with it, and whatever I make, I make. Hey, as long as the ROI. But this token is out. It is on Mainnet. People are making dang good money with it. I'm seeing some crazy numbers from $100 a day to $100 a week to $100 a month and whatever like that. So it's some crazy income right now at Hive Mapper. But again, the fact that when I looked at this in early January, it was going to be February before they were shipped. And the fact that at the end of January when I ordered, they're not going to come in until July. Every time I looked, it was, they're not going to come in until March, till April, to May, now June. That's a lot of Hive Mapper cameras that are going to be shipped out between now and when I get it. So, some other income that I am making, just to keep y'all up with it, is all these tokens right here. Atom, y'all know I'm very, very big on Cosmos Atom. I've been looking a lot into the Cosmos system. When you look right now and you see that the projects and everything that's based off this Cosmos, token, layer 0, whatever you want to call it. And, you see this Cosmos hub, that all these things that are highlighted are running off of it. I just recently started purchasing, not financial advice. None of this in video is financial advice. Again, this is just stuff that I'm messing with, but I started purchasing a little bit of Osmosis, because the Osmos token does have also a 5 or 7%, depending on where you stake it at. Cosmos has a 17% staking right now, so I'm doing pretty well on that. But the Cosmos chain right now is doing very, very well. I've always been collecting Cardano. Not that I'm a huge fanboy or anything like that. It seems like, you're either with Cardano or you hate it. But it's just another project that I think is going to be doing good. I like to start seeing it get a little more traction. Last cycle we kept hearing about, they're taking their time and doing it right. Well, now it's time to kind of put up or shut up. I'd like to see Cardano start doing, pretty good. I've been buying a lot of it at, 25, 27 cents. I think it's up to 40 or 50 cents now. I lied. I just checked it. It's actually 62 cents. So, I've been buying at 25, 27, 30 cents, a lot of it. And it's at 62 cents right now. So, I'm up on that. Solana, I'll keep saying it over and over again. Everybody thought Solana was dead with all the FTX scandal, and here we are. I kicked myself in the rear end for not buying more. I bought some at $8, $10, $12, $16, $18. And then I got kind of scared when it got to 20 and thought it would fall back some. And here we are now at $110 each. So, yeah, I've done pretty good on that Solana. It's all staked, so I can't touch it. But, Solana's going to be doing good, and I think Solana is going to be doing very well with a lot of these projects that I'm seeing more and more projects that are jumping on that. VET, I'm staking VET right now. It doesn't have a big percentage, but I'm staking VET. Crow, I've told you before, I got the Crow card, and, I don't know exactly what the terms are. I know they've changed it, so I don't know what the terms are now to join, but when I joined it, you staked so much and you got the blue card or the red card or whatever card, and I got the one where you stake 4,000, and I pay a lot of bills with it. I've made pretty good rewards from using the card, plus with it being staked. I told y'all I am buying Osmo now. I think it's gonna be something good. I think Osmo and AVAX I'm buying just a pretty decent amount right now. BHS, y'all know I'm very, very high on their project, so I bought a good amount of BHS. I have staked that in a pool with IoT. There's a BHS IoT pool that does pretty well, and I'm staking that also. So these are the projects that I'm in right now, just for a weekly update. Not to keep this video way too long, but I'll try to keep you all up to date weekly so that y'all know, hey, if y'all get involved in these projects, y'all can kind of see which way the rewards are going. The tokens might be going down as far as rewards, but the prices are going up. So, it might balance out. But that's it for now. And thank y'all for watching, and stay tuned. We're going to have a lot more videos. I'm trying to do videos almost every day because we have a lot of stuff going on. I got a tail scale video. I've had several people ask for a tail scale, how to set up tail scale on these devices, and just different things. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. Just trying to find time to hit all of them. So thank y'all. Have a good evening, and see y'all in the next video.